Yeah, okay. Well, let's see. I guess I'm live right now. Nobody's watching. All right. So just welcome everyone to RG22 Outdoor Adventures, and this is my first live stream. Never did this before. So this is going to be interesting. And I got a bunch of lures we're going to be painting today. Got one up here now. And these were the St. Clair shad that a commenter in one of my videos made, calling them the St. Clair shad. So that's kind of what I'm calling this one. Um, and then this one we'll call the St. Clair shad Junior or baby St. Clair shad, however, whatever you guys want to call it. Oh, hey, looks like there's somebody watching. This is pretty cool. All right, well, first one's going to be white. So let's get started. Make sure this airbrush is all good and clean. Looks like it. Okay. Thin it out a little bit. Oh, wait, that's my beer. All right, a little bit of white. Okay. Let's poke a hole in it. Okay, all right. Get it all stirred up. Oh, let's see how this sprays. There we go. Let's see. When I did this last time, it all kind of cracked and bubbled and everything. So we're gonna do this one more time. See how this goes. Nice and light. I think this one's gonna be a fire tiger. And if everything goes according to plan and it turns out pretty good, maybe we'll try selling it. So nothing is prepared. Hey, it's turning out pretty good so far. Oh, we should probably get that knife out of the way. There we go. All right, I'm gonna let that dry for a second. And I'll spray back here. There we go. And we'll put a second coat on once we get this to dry. Big heat gun. And the moment of truth. If it doesn't crack, we did well. And hey, look at that. Okay, so I think I found the problem yesterday. Five people. Wow, this is pretty cool. Going on for 3 minutes. Anybody commenting or anything? Can you guys hear me? Huh. All right. Let's keep going. Six people. Pretty sweet. Come on, people like it. Let's try it again and we'll put another coat on. That turned out pretty good. Okay. All right, so we're going to paint a fire tiger. We did the white. I'm going to put one more coat of white on. Okay? One more coat of white. Okay, there we go. So there's our finished coat of white. That's our base coat. Now I'm going to clean the airbrush. I've got two airbrushes that I'm going to use. So we're going to get this one all cleaned out. And where's my cleaner? There it is. There it is. All right. So we'll get this cleaned off, and then I'll go over all the colors. And then the pattern I'm going to use for the tiger stripes. Had 11, now I'm back down to 5 people. But that's what happens when you go live. They just come and go, come and go, come and go. Let's mute. Okay, there we go. We're going to get this all cleaned off. And this is all part of making the lure. It's really nice and easy when you just do one recording and just watch through 50 minutes of it or 30 minutes of it. But here you're kind of subjected to the breaks of cleaning and everything like that. We're going to try to do this from start to finish, and that will be with the coats of epoxy and the eyes and everything. I'm going to try to get that done today, and then maybe do some of these other ones too. So once we get this base coat finished up, all the shading and everything, then we'll move on to the other lures, and I'll go over everything about how I prepped everything. Okay, all right. Okay, so the colors we're going to use for this fire tiger. One, it's going to be a transparent yellow. I may or may not use fluorescent. It's between these two. I don't know which one I'm going to use. Let me get a couple other colors out here. Fluorescent orange. Wicked phthalo green. Let me find another color. Where is it? Wicked jet black. Where's my fluorescent green at? Where is it at? Come on. Sorry, I got to move the camera a little bit. Sorry about that. There we go. Oh, that's empty. All right, fluorescent green, where are you? It's iridescent green. Oh, don't tell me I lost it. Shit. Oh, there it is. Got it. All right. Fluorescent green. And then we're going to do some red for the gills. And then white again for the gills. And I'll show you the templates that I use. And how we get that going. Okay. So the fire tiger stripes, the template. And then I have another template that I use for the gills. Let's see here. Okay, where is it? That's not it. That's not it. We're going to have to find it. What happened to it? I should keep these better organized. But it's no big deal. We can make another template. It's not terribly difficult. It's pretty easy to do. Okay? So I guess we'll have to make another template. Oh yeah, I got to have a swig of beer too. All right. So I've got a new airbrush. I showed it to you guys on my last video. Don't remember the brand of it, but I got it off Amazon. It's actually pretty good, nice and heavy, nice misty spray and everything. So I thinned all my paints out. And I think what we're going to do, I think we will go over this in some transparent yellow. We'll put all these colors off to the side. A little bit thinner. Okay. You know what? Let's just do this. Let's leave the transparent, let's leave the yellow out, and let's go with some fluorescent yellow instead. Okay? Some fluorescent yellow. There we go. We'll stir it up. Okay, you can see it's got a really nice consistency to it. Let's see how it sprays. Oh, beautiful. Okay, so this is going to take a few coats. And here we go. Okay, we're going to dry that off, and then we will paint another one. We'll put another coat on. So let's get that dried off. And go again. Oh, wow. Nice and vivid. I like that. Nice. Okay, dry it off again, and we'll put another coat on. A little bit more. Still using fluorescent yellow. Okay. And that is looking pretty bright. Okay. All right, let's get this dried off again. We'll get the brush cleaned off, and the next color is going to be Fluorescent green. Okay, let's get this airbrush cleaned off. Where's my cleaner? Oh, there it is. Wow, I've been on for 16 minutes already. Doesn't even seem like that. Nine people watching. Okay, so the next color, like I said, is going to be fluorescent green, and that's just gonna, I'm going to try to just get that right down here, because I still want this part to show, okay? We want this part to show, and then we're just going to get right down here, okay? But I got to have a swig of beer first. Fathead Brewery, what am I drinking? Irish Red Ale. Okay. That was good. They really hit the spot. Thin it out a little bit. All right. It's going pretty good. Okay, there we go. Fluorescent green. Did you guys see the bottle? Fluorescent green? Right there, fluorescent green. Ooh, 15 people. All right, well, since you're just joining in, I just want to welcome you guys to RG22 Outdoor Adventures. And this is my first live stream. And I'm painting a St. Clair Shad Junior. I guess that's what we'll call it. St. Clair Shad Junior. Doing it in a Fire Tiger. And I already went over the colors earlier. So we did a white undercoat, fluorescent yellow, and now I'm going fluorescent green. And that fluorescent green is going to go right across the side here. Just like that. Okay. Now let's go across the top. There we go. Ah, pretty good. I like that a lot. Looks pretty good. All right, so let's dry that off. And then we'll do our next color. Okay, so there we are there. And hopefully I have, I gotta get more. But okay, I have a few more cans. All right. Okay. The next color that I'm going to do is going to be a wicked phthalo green. And that color is going to go right across the top right here. And then we'll shade it over here and just come right across the top just like that. And I don't want this green to get covered here. I just want that phthalo green just to be right up on top. And what do you guys think? If you can, make a comment if you think I should put scales on it, because I'm debating whether or not I want scales. If I do the scales, should the scales be before I put the pattern or after? We're definitely doing gills. We're definitely doing a head on it. But I don't know if I'm going to do scales. Oh, 3 people left already. Anyways, let's keep going. Okay. Remember, this is all part of making the lure. The painting, all this time with the air, each color. Before you move on to the next one. Okay. Moving on to wicked phthalo green. Okay. So here we go. Okay, like I said, we're going to go right across the top. Just like that. There, I think that looks pretty darn good. I like that. Wonder if the muskies will like it. What do you guys think? Don't forget, leave a comment or something. I don't know how people leave comments on here, but if you do, leave it. If you like the video as you're watching, don't forget to hit the like button. Let me know how things are going with this very first live video. So there we go. There's our beauty shot. All right. So the next color, I'm going to do the belly, and that color is going to be a fluorescent orange. So it's time to get the airbrush cleaned out. All right, let's get this cleaned out so we can go to our fluorescent orange. All right. Okay, so I'm gonna dry this off with some heat. Okay. All right, so the next color I'm going to do is a fluorescent orange. Okay, let's see. All right, so here we go. Let's dry that off. Yeah, that looks pretty neat. I like that. A little bit more. There we go. Oh, wow. Look at that. Doesn't that look awesome? That is really nice. I like that. We're going to go a little bit more up here. So I'm just going to pull the airbrush away a little bit and dry this off one more time. Okay, one more time. We're going to put, I think I have enough paint in there to do that. So one more. There we go. Wow. That is amazing. That looks really cool. I like that a lot. I really do. All right. Let's get that dry. Next is the fire tiger stripes. Okay. All right. Another swig of beer. Okay. So the next step is doing our fire tiger stripes. And I'm going to be using this for the fire tiger stripes. Right here. I bought this off of Amazon. So usually I'll use this roll of tape. I'll put the lure on a roll of tape. Let's move this closer. There, something like, what does this mean? What's going on here? Okay, so I guess I have to do it this way? What the heck? All right, fine. Well, I guess we'll do it this way. Kind of sucks, but whatever. Now it's saying it's locked again. Is it still recording? All right. Well, whatever. We'll do this. Okay. So anyways, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna use a little bit of not that color. Where's my black? Black. Wicked Jet Black. Okay. And I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go in this. Oh shoot! Damn it! This is what I hate. Now let's do that and we'll dry it off again. There, let's dry this off. That was a mess up, wasn't it? That was a real big fuck up. There we go. Okay. Fixed it. Okay, so what I'm going to do is let's just lower this down a little bit. How about we just do that? How about we do that? Does that work? If we did it like that? Wow, okay. let's just drop this down some more. All right, okay, so hopefully you guys can see that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a little bit of jet black. I'm going to put this template down here like this. And I'm going to spray right across the top. Because I just want the overspray to show. I don't want, I don't really need fine lines on this. We just to show that there's stripes. Okay, so let's do this. Okay. And then when we do the gills, because I'm going to do the stripes all the way across the head right here. And then when we get to the gills, we'll do the gills and we'll paint over that. And then we should see some nice depth. Okay, let's see what that looks like. Ah, damn it, that looks like crap. We're gonna finish it, fuck it. Well, maybe it won't, because that's gonna get covered by the gill. So maybe we can salvage it. And we got black on there, so we'll have to go over that again. Jeez. Well, okay, let's see. I guess we won't be selling this one. That was a shitty idea. Let's see. You know, that looks a little better. I mean, it's not too bad. Could be worse. Could be a lot worse. Let's do this. All right. We're going to redo this orange, so we're going to repaint that. Okay? Let's get that repainted. Let's dry this off first. Ow. Okay, let's bring this back up here. Because I am going to repaint the bottom. So let's do that. Well, I'm down to 2 people watching now. Come on, people, watch. Watch and learn. Four. How cool would it be to have 100 people watching? All right. So I think we're gonna do some white. We just have to use a little bit just to cover up that orange. Okay, here we go. We're going to do this again because we got some paint on here and I don't like that, so let's just redo it. No big deal. Like a famous painter once said, they're just happy little accidents. I mean, now it's turned white. Fudge. Good Lord. Lost its shininess, and let's just redo it. F it. You know, we screwed up, so we're just going to redo the whole thing. This is what happens. Sometimes you screw up. Sometimes you don't. But more often than not, it's a screw up. And you just, you know, just kind of paint over it. Just redo it. No big deal. And in a way, it's kind of good because it gets rid of all the other mess ups I did. So let's redo it. 9 people are watching me screw up. But you know what? This happens. This does happen. Okay. All right. All right, we're going to do this again. And we're not going to mess this up this time. We are going to cruise right through this. It's just a matter of cleaning and drying and painting a little bit here, a little bit there. Okay, so let's get all this paint dried up. And if you're just joining in, welcome to RG22 Outdoor Adventures. We're painting what was called a St. Clair Shad, and this is the St. Clair Shad Junior that I made. Maybe I can blame this on the beer. 38 minutes. How long can I go? How long can I go? Really long. Ooh, 13 people. Okay, so we're going to redo this. I screwed up. Didn't like, got some white on here. I didn't like it. Didn't like the stripes. So we are going to redo this. Get it cleaned off. Fluorescent yellow. Fluorescent green. So this is the colors. Fluorescent yellow. Green. Orange. Where's my wicked phthalo green? Oh, did it fall on the ground? It fell on the ground. Wicked phthalo green. Those are the main colors. And then black, and that's that. A lot of cleaning these airbrushes, let me tell you. Lots and lots of cleaning. So that's what I'm doing right now, just cleaning the airbrush. All right, let's get the painting. All right, fluorescent yellow. Fluorescent yellow. Here we go, right down the side. There we go. There we go. Let's get that dry and we'll put another coat on. Oops, sorry about that. Ah! Hands aren't big enough, I think. Okay. Wow. A little bit more. And then we'll call this. And we'll say on to the next color. Okay. Let's get this dried and move on to the next color. All right, the next color is going to be fluorescent green. Fluorescent green. A little bit of thinner. Some fluorescent green. 42 minutes. We actually did a lot more than, but I had to redo some of it because I didn't like it. Fluorescent green. Okay. Here we go. Fluorescent green and right across the top and just kind of down the flank a little bit. A little bit more fluorescent green. Let's get that dried off and one more coat. A little bit more fluorescent green. All right, here we go. Yes. Oh, excuse me, sneezed. Allergy season. Okay. Pretty good. I'm liking that. Oh, fuck. Good thing that was dry. All right. The next color is, if you're still watching, Wicked Phthalo Green. After we get the airbrush cleaned out, obviously. Okay, get the cup all cleaned out, get it thinned out, and then we'll do some Wicked Phthalo Green right across the top. Okay, so let's get this done. And I think what we're going to do the orange after we do the stripes. That's what I think we're going to do. I think that's what we're going to do. I think that's a pretty darn good idea. Okay, so here we go. Wicked Phthalo Green. Well, I love this airbrush. It has really, really elevated my painting. The control. My advice to everybody, if you're just getting into airbrushing and things like that, like I did, spend the money and get a good one. Use the cheap ones that you get from Amazon. Use those cheap ones for like putting on varnishes and things like that, or whatever. If you're not afraid to ruin the airbrush and things like that, and just use it for that. Get these good ones. I mean, look at this. Perfect airbrush control, good shading. I mean, I'm pretty impressed with it, and I'm not that, I'm pretty new at airbrushing, so I mean, I used the cheap Amazon brushes the whole time. I made a lot of lures with them. I made a lot of good lures. Did a lot of good painting with them, but nothing like that. I mean, the control, the feel, everything. It cleans out a lot easier. I mean, it is just a better brush. It is just a better brush. All right, okay, so we're gonna get this dried off. And then we're gonna get the stripes painted, and then we'll do the orange, and I'll be ready for the gills. And I guess we'll get a template made. Unless I can find the original. Okay. Okay, let's get started on the gills. Or I'm sorry, the stripes. Let's get started on the stripes. Okay, can you guys see that? I'm just gonna tilt it down just a little bit. There, just like that. Okay. So I've got this template that I bought off of Amazon, right here. And I'm just gonna lay that right over the lure, kind of like that. And the idea is all I want to do is just kind of spray right along this side here. I'm going to try not to go down here. I'm going to just try to keep it right up on top. Oh, wow, I just saw that. Lucas says hello. Hello, Lucas. Wow, I don't know how long ago you were here, but I completely missed that. Wow. Um, okay. All right. Sorry about that. I completely missed that. All right, let's paint a little bit here. Oh, no, that looks a little better. I kind of like that a little bit more. Much better. Much, much, much better. Now that looks like a fire tiger. I like that. Let's get that dried off and we're going to do it again. Oh, here we go. Heat gun, Harbor Freight. They're top of the line. Goes up to, I think, around 1100 degrees. Okay, here we go. Again. There. I like this. Okay. Not bad. Pretty good. Excellent. Now that looks pretty darn good. That's my version of a fire tiger so far. I like it. We're not going to do the top yet. The top will tie it all in together. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to paint the orange at the bottom. Okay? So now it's orange time. Let's get the airbrush cleaned off. So maybe I'll just, while I'm cleaning off the airbrush, and I'll go over how, what I do. Okay, so hang on one second. Okay, so what I did was, so this is the start of the lure. This is the actual St. Clair shad. So I have a planer and a joiner. So I planed a piece of wood down to about a 1/2 inch, glued them together, cut them out, carved them, separated them, cut my through wire channel, and then basically do the whole through wire like you guys saw. And then I put a coat of epoxy, or actually I put a coat of shellac, a sanding primer. Did that first, a few coats, sanded it down a little bit. Then I put an epoxy over it, let it sand. Yes.
Finish it.
Oh, this is live.
I know that.
It's not done.
Not done.
No. We're live, baby. We're live.
Okay. I'm just saying, finish it so that way I can tell you.
What?
Okay. I'm saying I forgot to sit tight.
Well, we can't go right now.
I know.
I'm in the middle of a live stream.
Okay, hurry up. I have to take stuff me to work.
So take her to work.
Okay.
Oh boy, people, let me tell you. All right. Where was I? Aha. Painting the orange. Painting the orange. That's better. Here we go. Painting the orange. Ah, yes. Let's dry that off. Let's dry that off. Once more. And then it's gill time after that. Wow, that is looking pretty darn good. Got 13 people watching. That's pretty sweet. Hello, everybody. Hello, all 13 people watching. Hopefully you all are liking this video. It's kind of fun doing these live streams. Hopefully they count towards all the stuff that YouTube likes to account for. Views and hours and things like that. There we go. Okay, so the orange is done. Now it's going to be time to you can leave that door open, by the way. All right. Leave it open. Okay, so here we are.
Papa, want to get that?
I'm recording, doing a live video. There we go. Okay, now it is time to make some gills.
Bye.
Oh, we'll see ya.
Bye. Love you. Mwah. Don't put robot on the floor.
Found it.
Bye.
Found it. Found the template. Here we go. Let's get this done. Okay, so the very first color, let's see, we need to get that a little bit drier. Let's dry that off a little bit. Okay. Hello. Okay. Now it's time to, wow, I've been on this for an hour. Dang.
Bye.
Dang, been on this for an hour. Wow. Over an hour.
Papa, here's my ring.
Yeah. Yep, I'm making a video. I'm making a video. All right, let's close the garage so we don't get interrupted. Wow. Okay. That's what happens when you go live. You never know what you're going to encounter at home. You never know. That's what happens when you go live.
What?
Talking to the camera. Okay, so now it is time to make some gills. Let's get some gills made. Have a mark now. We'll use that mark there to there. Okay. And we're going to use black right now, and we are just going to do this. There. That's the outline of the gill. So let's do the other side. Okay. Let's see. Yep. Okay, good. Just like that. There. Okay. So there's our outline of the gill. Now it's time to do the head. So we're going to do white. And when we're done painting the head, then we'll blend it all in with the black. But what I want to do in a minute, after we get the white done, is I want to take this to the drill press and then clean out my eye sockets. You know, maybe we don't have to. You know what? I don't think we're going to have to. I think that'll be okay. That'll be all right. All right, so let's do this white. A little bit more. The fun part's going to be making this head because I use all the colors that I used prior on the body. The chartreuse, the green, all that good stuff. And I think what we're going to do, because I want it to be reflective, I think we're going to use I might either use gold or I might put it all over. I think I'll put it all over gold. I think that'll look pretty badass. I think that'll look pretty badass. Yeah, maybe we'll do it all over gold. What do you guys think? Make a comment down there so I can see what you guys think. Think this will be good as a gold? I put gold up here for the head instead of the pearl white. We just use gold. And then we can put the colors over really light and shade it, and then that gold will come through. I think that's what I'm going to do. Yes. But for right now, we're going to use it all over a white background. Okay. So let's get started with this again. Okay, so here we have our black, and then I want the smallest line to show, just like that. And this is going to cover everything. Just like that. Oh, look at that. We got that little tiny line right there. Look at that. That is awesome. That is what I wanted. And now you can see the contrast. You can see the depth now that's here. Because we did the stripes all the way up into the head and made our gill. And you can see how it kind of gives us a lot of depth right there. That's what I'm going for right there. That looks awesome. So let's get that dried off, and we're going to do it again on the other side. Has anybody there watched this whole thing from the very beginning? Okay. Oh, heck yeah. Look at that. That is what you call awesome. Look at that. It almost looks like a comic book character, too. This is pretty sweet. Any muskie fishermen watching this video, comment. We're getting there. We're getting there, folks. We are getting there. We have a lot to do, but we are getting there. So the next color I'm going to use is going to be gold. And like I said, we're going to use that gold, but I'm going to go light over every other color so that gold shows through. But that's what I want. I want the gold to show through. And I want it to be very reflective. And then we're going to get some epoxy mixed, heat up the body a little bit. We'll get the signature on, put our coat of epoxy, we got to do the eyes. So do we want to paint eyes or do we want to put some eyes in? We're going to paint the eyes. That's going to be fun to do. So it's going to be a pretty intense live stream for my first one. An hour long. Do you guys want to see a live stream from start to finish of a lure? We'd have to do that in 2 parts. The actual making of it and then the painting of it. But would you guys like to see that? Because I think that's something we can do. We can get that set up and do that. Would you guys like to see that? Put it in the comments below. All right, let's get our gold. Gold. There it is right here. All right. Okay, so we're going to put some gold. I decided we're going to use gold. And then we're going to put the colors that we use on the body. So this is deep gold, and it's an ink. You can get this at Hobby Lobby. Oh, we're back down to 3 people. Okay. This is my very, very first live stream, so hopefully this is going well and you guys are enjoying yourselves watching it. And maybe learning something in the process. Gold. Okay. Here we go. Okay. Well, I don't know how this is going to work, but we are going to stick to the process. Not too bad. We are going to stick to the process. We're going to trust the process. Hour and 10 minutes I've been working on this continuously. Okay, not too shabby. All right, let's get this cleaned off and move on to the next color. So now it's time to put all the colors that we did. So our fluorescent green, fluorescent yellow, wicked phthalo green. All very light over a gold, so that gold kind of shines through a little bit. Hey,
Yeah.
what do you think?
That's good.
Hour and 12 minutes so far. You are live right now, sweetie. All right. This is gonna be an awesome video here. Okay. This is gonna be awesome. This is, yes. All right, so now it is time to just do some shading. And like I said, I want to go over this really, really light. So let's keep this template on here so we don't ruin anything. Okay, there. All right, so we're gonna go right across the top here. Just like that. Ooh, I don't want that gold to show through. There. Okay. So we're going to do the same thing on the other side. So let's get that dried off while I still have my paint. This is turning out like, yeah, whatever. We're going to, like I said, we're going to trust the process here. Only one person is watching now. Am I really that boring? I don't think so. So we're going to do this freehand. Heck with it. Okay, let's get that dried off. All right. Boy, that gold is really showing through, isn't it? Okay. There we go. Now it's time for some fluorescent green. I think that gold was a mistake. Big mistake. Big mistake. Big, big, big mistake. All right, freehand. Okay, let's try that off. Not too bad. Well, we're back to one person. We're like nearing the end of this. We're getting there. Hour and 16 minutes. I've been live streaming for. Never did this before, so it's been pretty fun. Made a mistake at the very beginning. Ended up redoing it. But I'm pretty happy with it so far. With the stream. Okay, Wicked Phthalo Green is next. Oh, shoot, sorry. Let's put that so you guys can see that. There. While I clean the airbrush out. Okay, so Wicked Phthalo Green is my next color. Okay. And that I'm going to take right across the top. Just like so. There. Same thing over here. There we go. What do you guys think of that? Pretty good? I think that'll catch us a muskie. Okay. Now, I'm gonna tie it all in together with black. We are getting close. We are getting super close to getting all the tape off, putting epoxy on, making the eyes and all that good stuff. Okay, we are going to do some iridescent red. That red's going to go underneath the throat, and that's going to make it look like the lure is bleeding. So it has taken me 1 hour and 19 minutes to paint this lure. Iridescent red. Okay. So we're going to take it off the holder. I'm going to hold it ourselves. And I'm going to spray right here. There we go. Some red underneath. Okay. Awesome. That looks pretty darn good. I like it. Okay. All right. We're going to tie this all in with black, and then we're going to get our eyes painted. I think we're going to do some more of these live streams. Because you know you guys can watch these later. All right, so back to our wicked opaque black. And I'm gonna have this a little bit thinned out here a little bit. Okay, and what this is gonna do, I'm gonna just paint this across the top, and that should actually tie the entire lure together. And then I got this interesting color shift top coat. Maybe we'll try too. I don't know. Hour and 22 minutes. Only one person's commented. Oh boy. Okay, here we go. Right across the top. There we go. Tied it all together nicely. And let's go a little bit. There. I like that. That looks pretty darn good. Now the eyes. What color should we paint the eyes? I'm thinking I'm going to use a Mylar, but we're going to put a little bit in here. A little bit there. A little bit there. And it needs something else. Something. I think maybe we're okay. There. That looks pretty, I like that. That looks pretty neat. What do you guys think? You guys think that looks pretty cool? If you do, comment on it. If you think it looks like shit, let me know. You know what? I think we might do a live stream later on. I might take a break after I'm done with this, after this gets epoxied. And we get the eyes on and I sign it. Might take a little break and then we'll come back and we'll do another one. But I think we'll do it as with one of the bigger ones. Okay. All right. So let's see. We need to go to the Mylar and we are going to knock out some Mylar eyes. And I've got some, let me see if I can find them. Okay. So I've got these glass domes right here. And these are going to be the eyes. So they will kind of go in here like that. Just like that. Okay. Pretty cool. All right. Okay, so while these are drying, so we're going to paint some pupils. Okay. And I have a template in here somewhere. I got to find it. There. Okay. So I got some of these round eye templates that I'm going to use. That I'm going to use for the pupil. Making a mess out of this airbrush. Okay. So this is the hardest part of it, is getting it all lined up in the middle. So we got to get this cleaned off so we can see what we are doing. Okay. There. Now we can see what we're doing here. Okay, so now we'll be able to find the middle. Okay. And what we're going to do is we are just going to go just like that. Let that dry. We're going to clean this off one more time. Only one person's commented. Now I know where to look. Okay, here we go. Well, we're off by a lot. All right, so let's see if we can, let's put a dot. And that dot's going to put me right in the middle. Like that. And then if I can get this and centered in the dot. Excellent. Okay. This should put me dead center. All right. Let's see. Yep. Yeah, it's okay. Not really. You know, if someone has some suggestions, put them in the comments. That would be awesome. That would be great. Okay. There we go. I think we got it that time. Yeah. No, we fucked that up. Boy, we'll get this. Let me see. I don't have any templates. Darn it. Whatever. Okay. Last one. All right, we got it. What was that, the fourth time? Woo, yes. Okay. So what color I think I'm going to do an iridescent red. I think so. I think that's what we're going to do. All right, now we're in 30 minutes. We're going on. Yeah, I don't think we're going to use Mylar because this is going to hide it. This is going to hide the Mylar. Okay. Let's warm that one up and dry it. Dry this one up. Okay, done painting the eyes. And get some super glue. I've got the thicker super glue that we're going to use. Or we'll just do a small dab of 5-minute epoxy, which actually might work out a little bit better. I think we'll do that. Okay, 5-minute epoxy. We are going to epoxy these eyes in. All right. Okay. We'll use one of these cups. We don't need a lot. We just need a little bit, just a small dab to put in the eyes and the eye sockets. Oh, I want to show you guys what these look like. Look at that. Pretty sweet eye, huh? Come on. Now nobody's watching. Wow. I guess they got tired after watching for an hour and 34 minutes. 3 people. Sweet. Okay. Wow. All right, well, so if you're just joining in, welcome to RG22 Outdoor Adventures, and welcome to my very first live stream where I am making a fire tiger colored, what a viewer that I had on one of my other videos called a St. Clair Shad. And this one's a St. Clair Shad Junior. This is the original St. Clair Shad. All I'm doing now is just mixing some epoxy that we're using to glue the pupils in. Okay? So that's all I'm doing with this. We're just doing this just to glue the pupils in. We'll get this mixed up. You don't need a lot of it. Okay. So let's take this lure out of the holder. Okay. And I think what we'll do is, I just thought of this just now. Look at that. Watch. Ah, pretty sweet. Nah, not really. Didn't work. That was a failure. Epic fail. So all I need is just a small little dab in here. kind of like that. Another dab over here. Kind of like that. And then what I want to do is we are going to take these eyes, put those eyes in there, like so. Okay. So I'm going to go in here like that. Try to get those inside the sockets. And let's push them in. Okay, there we go. So there we go. Time to get it signed. And then I am going to take all the tape off, mix some epoxy, and we'll put it on the rotisserie. So let's give us 5 minutes and let that stuff dry. So I'm going to step away for 1 minute here while that's drying. Get this all cleaned up. Okay. Beauty shot. All right, time to get this signed. Let's get this airbrush cleaned off first. One person's watching. Got quite a bit watching this video. It's pretty cool. People tuning in from time to time. Hour and 38 minutes painting a lure. Did a lot of talking in between. What is this? What's that do? Retouch on? Touch off. Green screen done. Oh, we don't want to do that. How do I go no green screen? Okay. Sorry, I was just messing with some stuff. We're done. All right. A little bit more on this airbrush. It's giving me time to let the eyes dry on there. Yeah, an hour and 40 minutes. It's been going on for quite a while, hasn't it? Okay. So there's that. Let's get this signed. Once we get this signed, then I'm mixing the epoxy. We'll get the tape off first. Mix all the epoxy, put the epoxy on, and then put it on the rotisserie. And then I'm going to call it a day. And then we'll probably do another one at some point later on today. Okay. Here we go. Randy Garrick, signed on 4 of 2025, April of 2025. And this is my first live stream video lure. So we are going to take all of the tape off here. Okay. There. Let's get this off. Oh, wow, look at that. That is pretty neat. Look at We don't want that to come off. We want that to stay on. Okay. All right. So that actually looks pretty cool. I like that. That is really neat. Came out pretty nice. Okay. So now let's mix some epoxy. So I got to find my scale. All right. Let's find the scale. And I think what I'm going to use is I'm going to use some 30-minute epoxy here, right here. This slow cure epoxy resin. This will cure in about, it'll take a few hours for it to cure, and it'll be good to go, and I can put another coat on. Let's see if I can find it. Find my scale. Here it is. Okay. So this is a pretty old scale. It's pretty beat up. As you can see, it's pretty beat up. I have a cup. So this epoxy's all not dry yet. Okay. Well, I got another cup. We're going to put some epoxy in and mix it. Okay. I got to get a brush. Okay, so I've got two brushes here. I've got my chip brush and I've got an acid brush. So now it is time to use some epoxy. But what I want to do first is I want to heat this up a little bit. So that way the epoxy goes on a lot smoother. Okay, so we're going to turn my scale on, and I still do a 1-to-1 mix, and I weigh it by weight, so grams. So that's what this will get weighed in. It'll get weighed in as grams. And go about 5, which is roughly about 5 cc's. Zero it out. This is the hardener. Another 5.5. Okay, 5.5 cc's, good. All right. I got another brush that's got a bunch of epoxy on it that we're going to use to mix. Okay, we're going to get the scale out of the way. This all mixed together. Okay. Since I know I'll be doing more of these, I'll probably announce it in the community thing that I'm doing a live stream, so that way more people can come and watch that are subscribed to my channel. Okay, so let's get started on this. Okay, so it's warm. So the idea is I just want to spread this out. Okay, we're just going to spread it out. Yeah, look how that color just pops. The lure just pops with this stuff on. Love it. Let's use a 1-inch chip brush. Spread out a little bit better. Chip brush time. Damn it. Okay, and before this gets to the point where it's not going to be able to level itself out, let's get it over to the rotisserie. Let's turn the rotisserie on. Come on. There we go. All right. And let's flame it a little bit. Okay. All right, there we go. The epoxy's on. The lure is, we'll put one more coat of epoxy on. And I'm going to call this lure finished. So I just want to thank everybody for watching this live stream. I will see you guys on the next one. Okay? So have a great day. Take it easy. Live stream is over.